published through a grant, through Creative Spirit Initiative, and it's available now. So it's a book for children 7 to 12 years, and it's a book of stories that helps children to navigate their day-to-day struggles, their day-to-day emotions such as belonging and identity, self-worth, anxiety, trust, all of these things. So it helps them to navigate these through contemplation, reflection, and with compassion through the stories in the book. And we do feel it's not actually a book just for children. It could be something that adults could use to help them process things in our own childhood that have sat there. They're beautiful, easy to read, warm-hearted stories. They're honest stories, and they're true-to-life stories. So this book is also good for parents to build those relationships, that open communication, that relationship of trust with their children. Great for parents, great for kids, great for educators, for schools, counsellors, multicultural communities. So it's been published via Bubba's Publishing House, Eternity Inc., and it's been made available globally through a lot of online retailers in US, Canada, UK, Europe, of course, Australia, New Zealand. So if you have family and friends overseas who have kids and would be interested in this, I've worked in Bubba's Publishing House for a long time, and I know what it takes to get a book to completion. It takes a lot of grit and determination, inspiration and motivation to really, ride through all the different processes and get to the end. And this is a book that, took from the first idea, it took on its own journey and it developed in its own way. And I always, from the get-go, when I heard about the proposal through CSI, I knew that it would be a great contribution to Bubba's service. So if everyone would just like to give a little hand to Chika and maybe another from her in Melbourne. Thank you. So I'd like to invite Kavita next to say a few words.
There's only 5 more of us coming. It's all the sisters from Rye. No, just joking. Wanted also again congratulate this book. I've been there, 7 to 12. It's a difficult age. If you don't learn your lessons, then you end up, swinging on poles and playing with water guns. So it's always good to take an opportunity to learn from those special years.
Too late
for some, yes. But it is our opportunity to take this gift to those that are transitioning those, because if you look at the age of 7 to 12, right, you've had your protection at home, and then you're out there for the first time, venturing your age of 7 to 12, and at that time, you get different opinions, and you get different complexity, different life challenges, and at that time, if you don't know how to really understand what is truth and what is false, and what are my new circle of friends telling me about things, whether that's a challenge of how you look, how you interact, how you face new things, and it becomes quite challenging after that. And we know in Bubba's really he's fixing things that we've somehow understood as being true at some point in our life, and they are false. And so what both Ananya and Chika have done very well is gone through those stories in their life, taken those complex scenarios, and then looked at how you solve it through Gyan. So a very smart way to make it fun, and you'll see that each story has its different, it lands differently in terms of what you learn. And then at the end of it, you become perfect. You're a bit stronger to then navigate through the next set of challenges. So a really good book. Congratulations, sister, for being very open. And I think with all your different complexities that from the moment you've come to Gyan, you've taken different angles to how you bring this great knowledge to life. And this is a very unique age group to serve. So we all have an opportunity to take these books back with us, share it with the right people, share it with the circle where you know of someone who's going through life, right? right? That's what we do at that age as well. So a really respectful process to tackle an age that's quite genuine and exposed. So congratulations. Come up here and share your story as to why you brought this together. And we all have only one very simple thing to do, is to get a copy and share it.
Thank you. Okay, before I get started, I'd like you, in the true Baba style and yogi style, just to sit still, maybe close your eyes if you want to, and just play the scenario that I'm about to start, taking you on a journey. Just take a quiet breath. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. And just allow yourself to go back to your childhood. Picture your school. Now, you're in your school ground. Imagine it's recess. You're in the playground. Children are running, laughing, talking, and forming groups. You're holding your lunch tray. You're looking for somewhere to sit, but every table feels full and no one calls you over. So you sit quietly by yourself. You then open your lunchbox or your lunch tray. The food smells different from everyone else's. Someone laughs, and we're all Indians in one or the other life, so someone calls you a curry muncher. You pretend not to care, but something inside quietly hurts. Later that day, your best friend suddenly isn't speaking to you anymore. You don't understand why. You walk through the hallway of your school. Someone pushes you as you walk past. Another child makes fun of your glasses. And slowly you begin wondering. What's wrong with me? Why don't I fit in? You go home from your school, perhaps in your school bus, perhaps walking, but you're carrying these feelings inside you. You don't talk about them because sometimes children don't have the words for what they're feeling. So instead, those feelings remain hidden within you. That hurt, that embarrassment, that rejection, that anger. And slowly, these moments begin shaping the way we see ourselves, the way we protect ourselves, the way we react to life. And perhaps even now, as adults, part of us still remember those moments. You can open your eyes now. How many of you were in your childhood in your school? Just a show of hands. Thank you. Because childhood emotions, they don't disappear. Sometimes they stay quietly within us, and years later, like even now, one small situation can trigger that same hurt, that same feeling, that fear, that rejection, or insecurity all over again. not because we're weak, but because some parts of us have never fully healed. And that became the heart of this book, When the Sky Changes. The title came from a single thought that the sky is always changing. Storms come, clouds move, morning becomes evening. And most of the time, we don't really care. Unless, of course, you're in Sydney for the last 2 weeks and your laundry is outside. Then we care. But more importantly, somewhere deep down, we understand that change is natural. What we struggle with is when change happens inside us. So as Amanda and Kavita mentioned, this book was part of a creative spirit project. It became a simple idea planted by Sister Gulbir, so thank you to her when she's listening online, to create that story that could emotionally support children through the challenges they face every day. Ananya and I spent time speaking to children, listening deeply to their emotions and struggles many quietly carry every day. And for me, writing this book became unexpectedly my healing too. Because I realized something powerful. Many situations from childhood may not change, but with deep spiritual understanding, the way we respond to them can change. And that's the foundation of these 31 stories. They're not there to pretend pain doesn't exist, but it's to help children during difficult moments with greater awareness, resilience, and self-worth. Because children don't have the words for what they're feeling. Sometimes they stay silent, and sometimes pain comes out sideways. So this book was created to help children pause instead of panic, reflect instead of reacting, and remember something the world often makes them forget, that their worth was never up for negotiation. So today, this book is simply not being offered as stories on paper. It is being offered with the hope that these stories can reach children, families, schools, hospitals, communities, far beyond this room. So if you felt something that reflected your childhood, then this book is also for you. Yes, we're targeting age 7 to 12, but it's also for adults that want to heal. And sometimes one story can help a child feel seen in any direction of life. We're lucky we've got Baba's Gyan, but not a lot of communities do. So this is our subtle way to reach this book out into the world where change can happen through our Supreme. So I just want to show you a small video clip now.
Some things children don't always say out loud, but they feel them every single day. A word that landed wrong. The screen that steals sleep. The pressure to fit in. The loneliness of feeling different. Anger with nowhere to go. The playground outside. Waiting. Look at the sky. It's always changing. And we never worry about that. We just watch. We let it move. What if children could learn to see everything that way? Feelings, friendships, hard moments, always changing, never permanent, never the whole story. And through every change, they remember who they are. Presenting When the Sky Changes. 31 stories to sit with fun sketches to color, activities to discover the pause button inside. Illustrated, screen-free, evidence-based, by Ananya, who kept meeting children who who had no words for what they were carrying, and Shikha, who arrived in Australia with her own sky full of questions. The sister book they both needed back then, a screen-free companion for growing minds that brings insight and empathy. Available now.
Shanti, very good video, isn't it? 6 weeks in production to get this out with a lot of tweaking and it would be really helpful if you can all go to that link and like it, which we'll share on the announcement, right? So the more we like, as we know, other people like. So like more and share it and ask your contacts to like it. So we've got one action after this. Go and get a copy of the book. Heal yourself, heal the world, heal the children. Very simple. We know we do this every day. We keep doing the great work. And what the sisters have done with the powerful team that supported them was to get it from a concept to a product. And now your work remains. Take the product and get it out there. Very simple. Om Shanti. Have a great day.
Sometimes the children don't have the words for what they feel. This book helped me heal, and I'm sure it will help you as adults and parents also relate to your children's emotions. The book is out now in Amazon, Eternity Inc., or come visit us at 181 First Avenue, Five Dock. So the book is right here. Very exciting. Look forward to seeing you. See you.